We are from Basavariki B and BCom Degree College, Sapiyanwala, Dharwad. Myself, Shweta. Last class, I already discussed about the meaning of tax, meaning of income tax, what do you mean by assessee, person, individual, how the HUF ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್, ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Now today's class assessment is divided into two stages. Assessment ಅನ್ನ divided into two stages. First one, computation of total income. In that, computation of gross total income, computation of total income. Second one, computation of tax on income, computation of tax on income. First, what do you mean by assessment? Assessment means computation of a tax. Computation of a tax is called as assessment. Computation of tax is not easy. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದೇ ಅದ ಹೌದಾ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಲೆಂದಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್. ಸೊ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಟೂ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್, ದೆನ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್. ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಟೂ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್. ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಹೌದಾ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್. Now, what do you mean by gross total income? Gross total income ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಇದನ್ನ gross total income ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. It is the aggregate of taxable income under the different heads of income. Different heads of income. Fine. It is divided into, classified into 5 categories. First one is income from salary, then income from house property, income from house property. Next, income from business or profession and capital gain. Last one, income from other source. Last one is income from other source. ಇದು 5 heads ಇದ್ದ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಸೆಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ income from salary, income from house property and income from business or profession ಅನ್ನ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಈ ಸೆಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಕಲಿತೀವಿ. and then next ಸೆಮ್ capital gain as well as income from other source next sem ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಕಲಿತೀವಿ. Now it is the aggregate of 5 heads. How the aggregate of taxable income under the 5 heads of income such as income from salary, income from house property, income from business or profession, capital gain and then income from other source. Assessee may receive the income from the various sources. All those sources of income are classified into these 5 categories. The aggregate of all the 5 heads of income is called as gross total income. Now, what do we mean by total income? ಈಗ 5 heads ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, gross total income ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Now, total income. Total income is the income of an assessee from the all the sources on which he has to pay the income tax. In other words, it is an income under the all the heads of all the 5 heads after making the deduction under section 80C to 80U. It is calculated on the basis of the residential status of the company or a residential status of the assessee. From the gross total income allows a certain deduction from under section 80C to 80U. After allowing the deduction from the removing the income, it is called as total income. ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ನಾನು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. income from salary, income from gross total income. In that we have to deduct the deduction under section 80C to 18. 80C to 18. Now it comes total income. Aggregate of five heads is called as gross total income. Then deduction of section 80C to 80U. After making the deduction of section 80C to 80U is called as total income. Are you understand? It is the income of an assessee from all the sources in which he has to pay the income tax, or it is the income under all the five heads after making the deduction under section 80C to 80U. Artha aita? Gross total income as well as total income in difference. Agriculture income under section 2 subsection IA. Agriculture income. Agriculture income. It is agriculture income is exempted under section 10 subsection 1. It is exempted under section 10 subsection 1. ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Under section 1 10 subsection 1 as per the entry 82 of the Union list. Agricultural income falls under the state list, that is therefore the agricultural income cannot be taxable by the central government of India. In India, and state government is responsible to charge the same. It is the main occupation in our country. More than 70% of the population engaged in agriculture. 70% ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದೊಳಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದಾರ? ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಒಕ್ಕಲ್ತನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಮೇನ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೇಷನ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದ ದೇಶದ ಬೆನ್ನೆಲುಬು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಕೃಷಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ ನಾವು ಪೇಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೇಷನ್ in our country. More than the 70% of the population engaged in agriculture. Therefore, agricultural income is fully exempted under section 10 subsection 1. Any rent or a revenue derived from the land which is situated in India is used for the agricultural purpose. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದ? agricultural purpose ಸಂಬಂಧ ನಾವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡನ್ನು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದೊಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕದ ಸಿಚುವೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಾ ಆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಸಂಬಂಧ ನಾವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 10 ಸಬ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 1 ಆಫ್ ದ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್. ಈ ಪೂರ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಟೆಡ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದ? Certain incomes which is treated as a agricultural income. First one, rent from land. Next, if donated parts of the forest replanted and subsequent operations in a forestry are carried out, the income arising the income from a sale replanted tree. Profit on sale of a standing crop or the produce after the harvesting by cultivating the owner or tenant of land. Next, salary received by a partner or rendering service to a firm which is engaged in agriculture. Income from sale of a mulberry leaves group on a agricultural land. Income from sale of a house or situated in the immediate of agricultural land and used by the agricultural for making a seeds etc. Also used for residence. ನೋಡಿ ಇವಿಷ್ಟು ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಈಗೇನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವು ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸಂಬಂಧ ನಾವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೌದಾ? ರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ರೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. ಇಂಥವೇ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಐಟಮ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಆ ಏನೇನು ನಾವು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸನ್ನು ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಹೌದಾ? Certain incomes which is not treated as a agricultural income. First, income from stone quarries, income from mining royalty, income from markets, howda? Income from land used for storing the agricultural products. Next, income from self-grown grass trees, income from fisheries, income from dairy farming, income from poultry farming, income from sales of ginner, cotton, income from leasing out of a land for non-agricultural purpose, price received from the government for the higher yield. Next, dividend from a company engaged in agriculture, income from derived portion land let out for storing crop. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಈ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾವ, ಆದರೆ ಇನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೇನು, ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. ಹಾಂ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರಿಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಲಯಬಲ್ ಟು ಪೇ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್? ಯಾರು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? A person is liable to pay the tax if the total income exceeds the non-taxable limit during the previous year. The non-taxable limit for the different persons as under. Who is first one? Who is liable to pay the tax? Person is liable to pay the tax. Person is liable to pay the tax if the total income exceeds the non-taxable limit. ಯಾವ್ದು ಏನು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಐತಿ ಆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸೀಡ್ಸ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಬಿಲೋ 60 years ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಬಿಲೋ 60 years ಅದು ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, ನಾಟ್ ಆರ್ಡಿನರಿ ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, ನಾನ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಕಲಿತೀವಿ. ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಬಿಲೋ 60 years. ಎಕ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು 2,50,000 rupees ತನಕ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ resident individual below 60 to 80 years. 60 to 80 years ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ 3 lakh rupees. Exemption limit is rupees 3 lakh. Above 80 years, above 80 years ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5 lakh rupees ತನಕ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್. ನೋಡಿ 60 years 2,50,000, 60 to 80 years 3 lakh, 80 years 5 lakh rupees ತನಕ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅವ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಸನ್? ಅಮೌಂಟನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ ಯಾರು ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಪರ್ಸನ್. ನಾವು ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಪರ್ಸನ್? ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 2 subsection 31 of the Income Tax Act. 31 of the Income Tax Act. The term person includes the following. First one, individual, HUF, firm, company, local authority, association of person, artificial judicial person. individual, HUF, firm, company, company, local authorities, local authorities, next association of person, next artificial, artificial judicial person. You studio person. Last class over what we mean by individual, HUF, and then firm, company, local authority, association of persons, artificial judicial person. Last class over ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರಿಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Person, the person includes the following. First one, individual, HUF, company, local authority, and then association of person, artificial judicial person. Understand? And then next, what do you mean by income tax? Income tax, simple. Income tax is nothing but the tax on income is called as income tax. How's that? Tax on, now tax on ಆದಾಯದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ತೆರಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಆದಾಯ ತೆರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ rate fixed for the assessment year by the Finance Act passed by the Parliament every year. It is the direct tax. Income tax is an example of a direct tax. Direct tax example ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Now gross total income. Gross total income, aggregate of the last one 5 minutes before, aggregate of all the 5 heads of income is called as gross total income. Aggregate of all the 5 heads, that is income from salary, income from house property, income from capital, income from business or profession, capital gain, and then income from other source. Aggregate of 5 heads of income is called as gross total income. Now, what do you mean by total income? Next, total income. Total income ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? What do you mean by total income? Total income under section 2, subsection 45. Under section 2, subsection 45 of the income tax. And in total income means the incomes calculated under the 5 heads, that is permissible deduction under section 80C to 80U. Aggregate of heads minus deduction under section 80C2 is called as total income. Total income depends on the residential status of an assessee. ಹೌದಾ ನೋಡಿ, total income, gross total income, aggregate of 5 heads, total income, differences between the aggregate of 5 heads minus reduction section ATC to ATU. It depends upon the residential status of an assessee. Is called as total income. Now, assessee. Income tax total income depends on the residential status of an assessee ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. Now, what do you mean by assessee? What do you mean by assessee? Assessee means a person from whom any other sum of money is payable under the Income Tax Act and include other person who is liable to pay the tax is called as tax on income is called as income tax. Who is liable to pay the tax is called as assessee. Who is person and the assessee one and the same. Who is liable to pay the tax is called as assessee. Now, what do you mean by previous year? Previous year again. It is the financial year immediately preceding the assessment year. For example, assessment year is 2020-21 and the previous year is 2019-20. 2019-20 is the previous year and the 2020-21 is the final assessment year of the company. It is the financial year immediately preceding the assessment year. For example, assessment year is 2020-21 and the previous year will be the 2019 and 20. For example, assessment year is 2018-19 and 19 and the previous year is equal to 2017 and 20. Previous year is equal to 2017-18. Now, what do you mean by assessment year? Assessment year means a period of 12 months, commencing on 1st April to 31st March. 1st April to 31st March of the next year. Assessment year is the financial year immediately succeeding the previous year. Succeeding previous year in the before assessment year. Assessment year after the previous year. How the assessment year before yaudu namdu after assessment year after yaudu previous year previous year. Now assessment year means a period of 12 months commencing on 1st April to 31st March of the next year. Assessment year is the financial year immediately succeeding the previous year. Previous year assessment year. Previous assessment year before previous year. This month period total commencing period 12 months. 1st April to 31st March. Now, who is an assessing officer? Assessing officer assessing officer under the income tax means the assistant commissioner or a deputy director or the income tax officer who is vested with the relevant jurisdiction by virtue of direction or order issued under section 120 subsection 1 of the Income Tax Act is called as assessing officer. Now, nodi ivella two marks important question. Who is liable to pay the tax? What do you mean by income tax? What do you mean by assessee? Who is a person? What do you mean by assessment? Previous year, assessment year. Who is an assessing officers? Even 2 marks exam point of view 2 marks important ಹೌದಾ? ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಹಾಂ, ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ we will discuss the residential status and tax liability. Next class we will discuss about the residential status and tax liability. Thank you. Have a colorful day.